And welcome to the Mike Prince Show, live edition for the 2021 Swac Media Day coverage, football coverage from Birmingham, Alabama. We got a very fulfilled show scheduled for you on today. We'll hear from four from the East and four from the West scheduled to be on the show for today. Couldn't get everybody, but we got everybody that could, and we are mighty excited about that. A whole lot to cover. We'll be hearing from the eastern side of things. Vincent Dancy of Mississippi Valley, not in any particular order, but just calling them off as they will come. We'll also hear from Connie O'Maynor of Alabama A&M. We'll hear from Terry Sims of Bethune-Cookman, Willie Simmons of Florida A&M, and from the western side of things, we'll hear from Eric Dooley of Prairie View. We'll also hear from Broderick Fobbs of Grambling State. Scheduled to be on board with us is also Clarence McKinney of Texas Southern, and we will also hear from Doc Gamble of the Arkansas Pine Bluff Golden Lions. So we got a lot in store for you, and we'll be having all kind of in and outs and projected finishers of the East and the West, hearing directly from the coaches and as they're locked and reloading for this fall 2.0 campaign. What we're going to do is take us a break, and we'll come back. We'll get right into our live coverage of the Swac Media Day for Football 2021. You listen to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, and we'll be right back. Reflections Paint and Auto Body Shop, located in Waller, Texas, is ready to restore the beauty of your automobile. Whether it's a small dent or a major accident, if your vehicle needs auto body repair, check out Reflections Paint and Body Shop. All repairs are completed by highly skilled and trained professionals. They are located at 2910 Waller Street in Waller, Texas. And just in case you can't get it into them, they provide towing services. Call them today, 936-931-5780. That number again, 936-931-5780. Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union has 13 different locations to better serve you. Locations in Rosenberg, Missouri City, Katy, College Station, Bryan, Brenham, and Waller, Texas. For more information, you can contact them on their toll-free number, 855-391-2149. Or you can send an email to information@bvscu.org. Let's face it, from time to time, we'll have a need for an attorney, whether it's the case of a DUI, DWI, or any other circumstances that would find you on the other side of the law. Attorney Lee Van Richardson, located at 1047 Austin Street, is the one to call. Attorney Lee Van Richardson and his staff are equipped to help you get through your legal battles. Attorney Lee Van Richardson, 979-826-8008 in Hempstead, Texas.
This broadcast has been made possible by the support of the Prairie View Athletic Club. The Prairie View Athletic Club is a proud supporter of Prairie View A&M University athletics. For more information on becoming a member of the Prairie View Athletic Club, send your email to pvathletic.club@gmail.com. That email address again is pvathletic.club@gmail.com. Prairie View Athletic Club, a proud supporter of Prairie View A&M University athletics.
Have sports, will travel. The Open Mic Broadcast Network serving student athletes from Little League, high school, and collegiate coverage right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. From coast to coast, from dusk till dawn. You can catch all student athletic action
right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the station designed with you in mind. Serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics.
The Southwestern Athletic Conference, also known as the Swac, has become one of the leading sports associations in the world of collegiate athletics today. Founded in 1920 by C.H. Fuller, Red Randolph, C.H. Patterson, E.G. Evans, H.J. Evans, H.J. Starnes, D.C. Fuller, and G. Whit Jordan, the Swac's charter class, the Super Six, kicked off with Bishop College, Paul Quinn College, Prairie View A&M, Sam Houston College, Texas College, and Wiley College. The founders came up with the league during a general meeting to discuss common interests as a grand experiment for historically black colleges and universities, or HBCUs. The Swac's member schools experienced many difficulties in its early years due to the limitations of state funding, but the Swac never stopped sponsoring competition among its members and student athletes. Though only one of the original members of the Swac still remains, the Swac continues to rise in prominence among the best in collegiate sports. The Swac is one of only 2 Division I conferences whose current membership is made up of 100% HBCUs. Its current members include the last remaining charter member, Prairie View A&M, and others like Southern University, Texas Southern University, Grambling State University, Jackson State University, Alcorn State University, Mississippi Valley State University, Alabama State University, University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, and Alabama A&M University. As the Swac continues to grow in prominence, so does its membership. At the start of the 2021-2022 academic school year, Florida A&M University and Bethune-Cookman University will join the Swac as its 11th and 12th official members. Championship competition offered by the league currently includes men's competition in baseball, basketball, cross country, football, golf, tennis, and indoor and outdoor track and field. Women's competition is also offered in basketball, bowling, cross country, golf, indoor and outdoor track and field, soccer, softball, tennis, and volleyball. The Swac continues to solidify its status among elite collegiate competition with notable NCAA tournament appearances in multiple sports. The Swac is considered one of the premier HBCU conferences in the country and currently ranks among the elite in the nation in terms of HBCU alumni playing with professional sports teams. Notable professional HBCU and Swac alumni athletes include Walter Payton, Jackie Slater, Jerry Rice, John Stallworth, Steve McNair, Michael Strahan, Titus Howard, Kadero Hodge, and many more. The Southwestern Athletic Conference will continue to produce some of the best student athletes to ever touch a field of play. Just as the mission statement states, the Southwestern Athletic Conference is organized for the purpose of encouraging and conducting intercollegiate sport activities for student athletes and promoting academic excellence while representing SMAC member institutions with a high level of integrity and sportsmanship. I've been Morgan Hendricks for the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
And welcome back to our live coverage of Swac Media Day 2021 from Birmingham, Alabama. Radio guy Dr. Mike Prince here with you. We are truly, truly excited. On deck will be Doc Gamble from the Golden Lions, representing University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. He's scheduled to be followed by Clarence McKinney of Texas Southern, and then Broderick Favre. Those will be the first 3 on deck. So we'll hear from Pine Bluff, Texas Southern, and Grambling State. So it should be a lot of excitement in the air as we get ready to go through and dialogue with these coaches as they get ready for the fresh look for the fall campaign. Always a lot moving and shaking here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We got an exciting fall programs scheduled for you. On Saturdays, we'll be having Sports Report Saturday. We have in lockdown mode from our local high school areas, from the 4 local high schools. We'll also be hearing the Butler Report, and we'll have our SWAC MEAC Pick'em episodes, or should we say segments, throughout the Sports Report Saturday shows, and we'll be matching up our games of the week, projecting our winners and losers throughout the course of the year. So be sure to stay tuned and in touch with us each and every day right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, Monday through Fridays. You can catch us at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Sundays, we come to you live, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we'll give you nothing but the latest and the greatest going on throughout the world of college athletics. Want to also give you a programming reminder and update. Next Tuesday, July 27th, we will have the same makeup for the volleyball side of things. We'll be talking with our coaches from the volleyball area, featuring some of the players and the non-conference scheduled games. That'll be at 10 a.m. as well, right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We got a lot in store on today. Should be a lot of fun, a lot of dialogue, and a lot of buzz and excitement throughout the air. Who do you think will win from the East, and who do you think will win from the West to represent in the SWAC championship game for fall 2021? We know what has been circulating and speculating. We're going to have those projected finishes coming up here shortly. It's going to be very interesting. I know our first scheduled guest is going to have a lot to say about that, and that's none other than Doc Gamble. He and the Golden Lions are going to put their stake in the claim, so they'll get ready to have a lot of saying going back and forth on what will and what will not be. What I need to do right now, I got to get the Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union hotline set up so we can hear from our first guest, and that is Doc Gamble of the Golden Lions of Pine Bluff. So what we're going to do is we'll take us a break, and when we come back, we'll have Doc Gamble on deck and on board with us right here from the Open Mic Broadcast Network. I need you guys to keep it right where you got it, and we'll get this show on the road. And welcome back to the Mike Prince Show, live from Birmingham, Alabama. We got our first guest lined up. As we don't have to travel too far, we're going to go to Arkansas and hear from the defending West champions, and that is none other than Doc Gamble of University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. How you doing this morning, Doc?
I'm good. And thanks for having me, Mike.
Well, look, we appreciate you making yourself available. I know the buzz is in the air, and we appreciate you jumping in on the Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union hotline with us. A short window span, but a good place to be in coming into the fall campaign, huh?
Yeah, it is. It is. And, our guys just returned back to campus yesterday. So just to see those guys before we got on the road to head down here to Birmingham, was at was exciting to see, and to see their enthusiasm and to see their faces, and looking forward to getting back to work with those guys. We had a break and they were eager to get on back. But we needed a much needed break, with this quick turnaround. So, it was just another way to recharge. So now we're looking forward to getting back to work and pulling up our sleeves and getting back on the grind.
Well, speaking of getting back to work, it happens when you have success. You had a couple of shifts within your staff, and you had to make some replacement moves. I know it's never easy to do, but you always have your hand on ready. And so can you talk about some of your staff updates now?
Well, yeah, when you have some success, people start calling, and and they called, and those guys accepted. They accepted some other opportunities, which is fine, and is more benefit for their personal family. And I encourage those guys to always take and try to advance their careers. But that comes along with having some success. But I always say, I tell the guys, I said that when one guy leaves, the next guy's probably going to be a little bit better. And I always assure our guys that our players and the current staff. So we were able to get Kendrick Nord. He came over. He's going to be our quarterbacks coach. He's coming over from Grambling. And we've been able to add Aaron Savage. He's coming up from Georgia State. They've been able to add Spencer Treadwell, and he's coming in from Spencer actually GA for us when I was at Kent State, and he was at Walsh. He's going to come in and coach our tight ends. So we've been able to add some few pieces to the puzzle, as well as our strength and conditioning coach. Lee Williams, he has a Prairie View background. He was there last time when Prairie View won it, and he's his last coaching stop was at Missouri. So we've been able to upgrade, and continue on with the momentum that we have, and just been able to continue to build upon the base that we've already continue to build on the foundation that's already been laid.
Yes, sir. And of course, with winning, it draws attention of other student athletes who want to come and be a part of the success that you guys have built in a relatively short time and turnaround. And can you talk about some of the newcomers that you're having to add to your also loaded pieces?
Yeah, well, we lost 4 key members, 2 on offense, 2 on defense, but again, we're very diligent in the recruiting process, and we've been able to get our share of guys. Actually, we're probably going to have 25 new guys, good ones, that's going to join in on the guys that are already there. And we have 2 really good running backs. We feel that's going to solidify that. Where we were kind of a little lacking a little bit last year, and one is Keontae Kaysen out of Florida, and then Kayvon Britton out of Cincinnati, and to be honest with you, we've gotten faster as a team. So, and those 2 guys are speedsters, and they look the part, and we're looking forward to seeing what they can do with us here once we get started.
Oh, so you went back to the home state to get you one of them speedsters, huh?
Yeah, well, there's no place like home. I always like to say, but now it's kind of been an easy sell, with social media, and now everybody kind of knows where Arkansas Pine Bluff is, just because of the success we've had, and to help with social media and television outlets, as well as radio, So we've been able to show our brand of football, which has been an easy sell, which helped us in recruiting, and being able to, hey, man, go check us out. And it's like, hey, coach, I want to be a part of it. All right, well, you want to join us? We want you to, if you want us, we want you.
Absolutely. Say the proof is in the pudding. All you got to do is, as they say, Google me. That's all you have to say is that's Google me these days, and you got it. We're talking with Doc Gamble right now, head football coach at the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff on the Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union Hotline. He is the first one out of the gates here for Swac Media Day 2021 from Birmingham, Alabama. Now, Coach, with all the moving parts, you just had your athletic director confirmed about a month or 2 ago now. So all that, he's no stranger. We talk about Chris Robinson. And with all the transition, it's been a smooth transition for you. How has it been with the new culture that has been developed on the campus at Pine Bluff?
Again, the key word you just said is smooth. It's been a smooth transition, and Chris Robinson was a part of a member of the cabinet who hired me. So, and I've been able to work hand in hand with him just about every day since even, being named the interim coach. So knowing what he brings to the table, he knows what I bring to the table. And what's funny is we were in his office and we had some visitor in there. And I said, yeah, I'm a little bit old school. He said, no, you're a lot old school.
Well, that's a good thing, though, right?
Yes, that's right. That's right. So, I guess some old school ways, but still been able to incorporate some modern techniques as well. So, so that's been the biggest thing for us is like the key word is smooth and the familiarity with he and I, has been great. And our offices are right next to each other. So I'm able to stick my head in his office. He's able to do the same and be able to bounce some things off of him. It's always the benefit of the program. And then to me, I feel a lot that we got to hold to a high standard because he was a successful player while at UAPB when he played, when he brought football back. So, and I always just want to make our alums proud.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We're doing that. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Now, when you talk about the alum and the expectations, let's talk about your non-conference schedule right now. Pretty, let's say, inviting that you have out there. Break that down for us if you can, Coach.
Well, we open up the gate, we come out the gate and play Lane College, which will play you tough. And they're going to be well. Last time we played them, and it was a good game. And then we got our plan staying here in the state of Arkansas. We're going to play Central Arkansas. That's right up the road. And then we got the Arkansas Razorbacks. So, and we'll play them in Little Rock. And we're looking forward to it, and we're always looking for a challenge and willing to take on anybody. We are models, anyone, anytime, any place.
Yes, sir. Now, Coach, you have now turned the tables. For the longest, you have been the hunter. Now you are the hunted. What is your message to your squad?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if we're the hunted or not because the way it sounds like we're going to be picked to finish in the lower half of our side of the conference. So, which I smile, So, but the only thing we can worry about is us, and we're going to take care of us and get prepared to go play anybody. Yes, sir.
Now, final deal coming in. When does your camp open up, and what are you looking like depth-wise?
Well, our camp will open up. We'll open up on August 6th. Depth-wise, we majority of the team returns. We lost 2 starters on defense, 2 starters on offense. 2 really good players, but I know we've going to be just as good. The biggest key for us was adding depth, and we've done that. We've added a lot of depth. It was a lot of times last season it was like, hey, what happens if he goes down or if this guy's out? It kind of worry you a little bit, but now we're going to add some quality depth, not just some quality depth for games, but just every day in practice. Well, where the competition is going to be at a high level.
Well, Coach, look, I thank you so much for helping us get this thing off the ground. Want to give you some closing thoughts and comments, sir, and the floor is now yours.
Well, just once again, Mike, just appreciate you and appreciate you calling and having us on your show. Anytime we get to talk about UAPB football, I love to do it. And just keep hitting us up, and you call, we're going to talk. So we appreciate it.
Sounds like a plan. Coach, good luck to you on the year. And look, just go out there and prove them wrong, right? Don't take it personal where they pick you. It's where you finish that's count, right?
Yeah, that's all that matters.
All right. Yeah. Coach Doc Gamble of the Golden Lions of the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. We're going to take a quick pause, and we're going to try to hook up with Clarence McKinney from right down the road at Texas Southern. You're listening to Swac 2021 from Birmingham, Alabama, right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Keep it right where you got it, and we'll be right back. And welcome back. Mike Prince here with you as we keeping them rolling right on in. We are now going back to the Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union hotline, going down the road, if you would, by way of Birmingham, and talk to the head man of the Maroon and Gray Tigers, and that's none other than Coach Clarence McKinney. How you doing this morning, Coach?
Doing great, Mike.
Well,
appreciate you having us on.
Well, we appreciate you making yourself available, sir, as the buzz is going around, the atmosphere, and it's the start of a new year. But unlike times past, Coach, this is really something special brewing up for you guys down the way. Tell us what's going on down at Tiger Camp.
Well, the Tigers are getting ready for this upcoming season. We're chomping at the bits because we feel like we were cheated out of a spring season with COVID. And our guys have been working hard this summer. We've had about 98, 99% attendance rate. And guys are just getting after it and getting ready for this upcoming season.
Yes, sir. Now, Coach, if you had a motto for this season, what would that motto be, sir?
Well, our motto is we don't have a motto. Okay? we're about ourselves. You know, we break every day with we're all we got and we're all we need.
Okay. Well, that's a motto within itself, Coach. We're all we got, we're all we need. Now, was that from a personal reach, or was that just something that hit you like this is where we need to be going?
No, it's more about us having a family atmosphere, us playing for each other, us not being selfish, and being individuals and coming together and making sacrifices for the sake of the team.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, we do know and understand that anything worth building is a process, and it's been rough out the gate for you guys. You're still seeking your first head coaching win and victory. Has that weighed on you any way mentally at all, Coach?
It has not. I mean, we want to win as bad as anyone else wants to win. And we know that there's a process. Had to come in and learn the team, had to learn what was needed, go out and recruit what was needed. And also, the guys were new to the system. And so they had to learn the system and get more acclimated to be able to do the things that the coaches were asking them to do. And although we haven't won a game, you take half of those games and you look at it and you're talking about one possession games, and you know the ball bounced one way or the other, and we're saying we won half of those games.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And it's always people just look at the surface of things, but when you're in there in the belly of the beast, as we like to refer to it, you can see the individual growth, the collective growth, and it's just a matter of having these things line up to start seeing W's in the columns.
Definitely. You know, Mike, we went out and recruited guys that are from high schools that are winning programs, guys that are used to being winners, guys that understand what it takes in the off season to become a winner. And so the future is bright at Texas Southern football.
Yes, sir. The future is absolutely bright as we're talking right now with Clarence McKinney, head football coach of the Texas Southern Tigers. Now, Coach, let's talk about some of the players that you've added to your roster and some of the expectations that these young men bring to the table.
Well, we've upgraded at quite a bit of positions. We feel like a guy like Cedric Williams, who's a junior college transfer from Tyler Junior College, 6 foot, 6'1", 205-pound corner who actually attended College Station High School, was a really good high school player. We're excited about adding him to the fold. And then you get a guy like Marcus Jackson, who's another JUCO transfer within our D-line. Kid all the way from Hawaii. And we feel like he's going to help us upgrade our front. And that's what's needed, you know, to get depth on the D-line, depth within the O-line. And as you know, games are won in the trenches.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you and I had talked about that, especially during the off season. I guess technically it still is the off season, but that you saw the greatest need of improvement that you felt like that you went out and addressed was your trench game, offense and defensive line, and that truly makes a big difference when you're trying to build any type of program, does it not?
Oh, it makes them all the difference. You know, if you got a really good D line that can stop the run, a really good O line that can run the ball, help you run the ball, and protect your quarterback. And you got a quarterback that can make plays and not turn the ball over. You give yourselves an opportunity to win some games.
Yes, sir. Now, Coach, let's talk about your non-conference schedule and some of the games that you got lined up for this fall.
Well, of course, we start the season with Prairie View, but once we come off our Labor Day Classic, we'll head to Waco to take on the Baylor Bears, which is going to be a tall task for us. We'll come off the Baylor game and go down the street, per se, to Rice and play Rice University here in Houston. So we're excited about that. We'll get an opportunity to play in the city again in front of our fans as well. And then for homecoming, we're going to play a small school in Stafford, Texas, North American University.
Okay, North American. Now, what date is your homecoming date, Coach? Do you recall that?
October the 2nd, I believe.
October the 2nd. It's a little bit early this year, huh?
Yeah, well, it's just the way the calendar fell, the schedule fell, so that's out of our control. That's more of a Swac issue where the Swac controls the schedule, and we just tried to fit it into the Swac schedule.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, Coach, with everything that you got on the horizon, and of course, every game is a very critical game, especially when you get into conference play. Who do you feel will be a young man on either side of the ball that's going to be one of those under the radar guys that's going to break out and surprise everybody this season?
I think defensively, you got to look at a guy like Tariq Cooper, who's our middle linebacker. He's the leader of our defense. He was I believe our leading tackler this spring in the 2 games that we played. He's a tremendous athlete. He's a big body kid for a linebacker that can really run and is extremely smart.
Okay, so that would be the one to look out for on the radar. I'm putting a note on that right now. That's what the pause was, so we can make sure we got that. So you can say, Coach, you told me so, and we're ready to go. Well, look, Coach, I really appreciate you always making time out for us here at the open mic, and I know you got a lot of pressing on your schedule, but I want to give you some closing thoughts and comments as we get ready to shut this segment down, sir.
Well, I just want the Tiger Nation to know that the guys are working hard. This is what we feel like is going to be the start of a tremendous program in the future. Lots of wins, and hopefully we can bring home a championship.
All right, Coach, thank you so much, sir. Good luck to you on the rest of your season, and enjoy the rest of your day, okay?
Thank you, Mike, and go Tigers.
All right, that is Coach Clarence McKinney of the Texas Southern Tigers getting things ready for the fall season 2.0, kicking off on the Labor Day Classic. They'll be the home team this year as they'll get ready, and then from there they'll take on Baylor, and of course you heard Rice, and then North America, I believe that was the name of the other program. We're going to pause real quickly and get ready for our next guest. We're going to keep them moving quick, fast, and in a hurry right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Keep it right where you got it. We'll be right back. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union Hotline. Mike Prince here with you. Special edition of the Mike Prince Show. We are Swac Media Day by way of Birmingham, Alabama. And as promised, our next guest on the Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union Hotline is the head man of the Grambling State Tigers, and we are honored and glad to have him on board with us, and that is none other than Coach Broderick Fowles. How you doing this morning, sir?
Doing great. I tell you, it's excited to be here. It's excited to be playing football during a time when we're supposed to be playing football. So that's a great feeling.
Oh, as Ray Charles say, you got the right one, baby.
That's right. Exactly. It took a minute, but we finally got to it.
Yes, sir. Now, Coach, there's no secret at all. It was one of those seasons that you hurried up and closed the chapter on, threw everything out of the window in the spring session. What did you learn about yourself and your squad during that spring session leading up to the fall?
Well, we were able to create a little bit of depth for ourselves. As bad as everything were, we were able to find out about some young kids that we wanted to try to get in and play a little bit, which was good. We kind of somewhat stayed away from the injury bug. We had maybe 2 injuries that will, hurt us a little bit. But for the most part, we were able to get new linemen in here and get all of the pieces in place in order to be the type of football team that we're supposed to be.
Yes, sir. Now, we all know that the linemen on the offense and defensive side are the key makeups, but you've also got some great expectations coming from the quarterback's position. Can you break that down a little bit?
Well, absolutely. Elijah Walker is a transfer kid for us that is a great, great young man that plays well, can run the football, but also throw the football and has a good body to take punishment. So he's an exciting kid, and we got playmakers on the outside with DJ Clark returning and all those guys. So we're looking forward to it.
Yes, sir. Looking forward to it, and looking forward to another stellar non-conference schedule. You guys don't back down when you play your non-conference schedule. Could you break down your schedule for the listeners right now and how you came about these matchups, man?
Well, I tell you, it's one of the toughest schedules, in college football. The mere fact that we open up in Ohio with Tennessee State, then we play Southern Mississippi and University of Houston. Then after that, we kind of get into conference play. And as you know, conference play, with the additions that have been made, has basically taken this league to the next level. We feel that this conference is one of the top conferences in college football. And I've been around, the SWAC for, a number of years, since I was, 5, 6, 7 years of age. And just looking at the parity and looking at the talent in this league and all of the great coaching in this league and all of the great players and everybody involved, this is a perfect time to be a part of this conference. Yes,
sir, it is. Now, you've had to, just like everybody else in the conference, you had to do some coaching changes, and you brought an offense coordinator from California and some other pieces that you've added. Can you break down what your staff is looking like now, Coach?
Well, we're very, very pleased with our staff. This is probably one of the first times that we feel very, very strong about both sides of the ball. With our coaching staff, our offensive coordinator, Eric Marty, is a very, very bright and intelligent, young football coach that understands the game, but also, provides a more physical nature to playing the game, which is what we wanted to get back to. But then defensively, of course, Everett Todd has been a staple of success in this league and has been extremely dominant for a number of years with turning people over and creating tackles for loss and things of that nature and stopping people. So we're excited about, the changes, the additions to our program, not just on the field, but also on the sidelines.
Yes, sir. And speaking of changes, you got a new athletic director now, just joined you about a month or so ago. And did it feel strange, Coach, having a new boss who came from Southern?
No, it's not. We've had that kind of stuff happen before. That's why it's considered, a sibling rivalry. We got, Coach Robinson was from Baton Rouge. A lot of people didn't know that. Will Emerson, our first president, was from, second president, he was from Southern University as well. So So it happens. It's part of it. But at the end of the day, it's about hiring the right people and hiring the best people to make sure that we get what we need at Grambling State University.
Absolutely. We're on the Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union hotline right now with Broderick Fobbs, head football coach of the Grambling State Tigers. Now, Coach, you've won a championship. You've had great success, and I hate to stick this to you. It's been of late, as they say, an Achilles heel for you is finding a way to get past those Panthers. Do you have their number this season coming up?
Well, time will tell, but of course we feel very, very good about the additions that we've had in our program. But there's a lot of parity in this league, and every week you have to come to play and you can't make mistakes, because making mistakes, can cost you football games. So, this league has become, one of the top leagues, in college football, and not only from a coaching perspective, but also from a player's perspective. And it's just it just makes and brings the best out of you, and that's good. So we're looking forward to the challenge. We feel really good about our team and our talent. We got to go forth and put that plan in place.
Yes, sir. When you look at these things, and it's always about matchups, and you have been one of the few coaches that had success with the now new neighbors of the West, Alcorn and Fred McNair. Can you figure out how these things match up and play out when you look at the success that you've had against the likes of an Alcorn and how it's made the West that much tougher?
Well, I'll tell you, we just try to play hard. We try to play sharp, try to play fast, and try to play hard. If I knew the answer to that, I put it in a bottle and sell it. But obviously I can't. But we've been fortunate, against them, since I've been here. And at the end of the day, they're well coached. They're a great football team. They have great talent and great players. And, we've been very, very fortunate. There have been a lot of breaks that have gone our way, and that has a lot to do with the success that we've had. So we're just looking forward to it. We're looking forward to week 1, really getting out there and playing football again, in September, when the grass is green and when the leaves are falling a little bit, and all that kind of good
when
stuff.
it's supposed to be played, right, Coach?
Right.
Well, look, Coach, when does your camp open up?
Well, we'll start August the 6th, and, we play, our first practice will be August the 7th. We're a day later than a lot of other people because we play on that Sunday. We'll kick off in Canton, Ohio, in the Black College Hall of Fame Kickoff Classic. So we're excited about that, getting an opportunity to take players to a place that we've never been, get a chance to get on a plane and go and enjoy and see great things and play great football.
Okay, Coach, I've been asking the coaches this thus far. I need you to look into your crystal ball and let us know who is going to be a player that stand out that's under the radar right now on your squad.
Well, I tell you, you can expect a lot of really good players. I think the thing that's been really, really good for us here lately is we have 2 or 3 guys deep wise that could be great at any time. It's just a matter of who's in there at that particular time and who's taking advantage of the opportunities. But a couple of names that come up is Lane Lewis, who's a defensive lineman, defensive end, Wesley Green, another defensive lineman, defensive end, and then a couple of offensive players, Elijah Walker, and Greg White, a receiver, and then a running back, C.J. Russell. So those are the guys that I would have to say could and will, stand out. And we're just looking forward to playing football.
I know that's right, Coach. Well, Coach, we look forward to watching you guys play football in the right time of year, and we want to wish you nothing but success on this season. And, Coach, we want to give you some closing thoughts before we let you go for the rest of your day.
All right. Well, thing about it, if you're interested in college football and what this thing is about, this is what it's about. Coming and watching us play and watching the Swac, because this is the time to watch, college football.
All right, Coach, thank you so much. He is Broderick Fobbs, head coach of the Grambling State Tigers. Join us on the Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union hotline. We got to take a break, but we're going to come right back with more of Swac media coverage right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Keep it right where you got it, and we'll be right back. Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union has 13 different locations to better serve you. For more information, you can contact them on their toll-free number, 855-391-2149. Or you can send an email to information@bvscu.org.
Did you know since 1986 the Prairie View Athletic Club has been in full support of Prairie View athletics from football to tennis? The Prairie View Athletic Club has been there in the time of need. Did you also know that the Prairie View Athletic Club is open to all of those who will be interested in supporting Prairie View athletics? Do not have to be a former student athlete. You don't even have to be a graduate of Prairie View. If you are a community member at large and you would like to support the efforts of the Prairie View Athletic Club in support of Prairie View athletics, simply call 936-857-5817 and join today. The Prairie View Athletic Club, supporting Prairie View athletics since 1986. Call for more information right now. 936-857-5817.
And welcome back to the Mike Prince Show Special Edition Swac Media Day football coverage from Birmingham, Alabama. First three out of the gate, we heard from University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, none other than Doc Gamble. We also heard from Texas Southern's Clarence McKinney. And to wrap up that first session of coaches was Broderick Fobbs of the Grambling State Tigers. A lot of football left to go and cover. We're going to be trying to get in contact with Coach Eric Dooley of the Prairie View A&M University Panthers. He'll be coming up, scheduled next on the Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union hotline. Don't forget that you can join us each and every day right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Of course, we come to you at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, and then we're live on Sundays at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. We want to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll hopefully have Coach Eric Dooley on the line with us here from the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Reflections Paint and Auto Body Shop, located in Waller, Texas, is ready to restore the beauty of your automobile. Whether it's a small dent or a major accident, if your vehicle needs auto body repair, check out Reflections Paint and Body Shop. All repairs are completed by highly skilled and trained professionals. They are located at 2910 Waller Street in Waller, Texas. And just in case you can't get it into them, they provide towing services. Call them today, 936-931-5780. That number again, 936-931-5780. Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union has 13 different locations to better serve you. Locations in Rosenberg, Missouri City, Katy, College Station, Bryan, Brenham, and Waller, Texas. For more information, you can contact them on their toll-free number, 855-391-2149. Or you can send an email to information@bvscu.org. Let's face it, from time to time, we'll have a need for an attorney, whether it's the case of a DUI, DWI, or any other circumstances that would find you on the other side of the law. Attorney Lee Van Richardson, located at 1047 Austin Street, is the one to call. Attorney Lee Van Richardson and his staff are equipped to help you get through your legal battles. Attorney Lee Van Richardson, 979-826-8008 in Hempstead, Texas.
This broadcast has been made possible by the support of the Prairie View Athletic Club. The Prairie View Athletic Club is a proud supporter of Prairie View A&M University athletics. For more information on becoming a member of the Prairie View Athletic Club, send your email to pvathletic.club@gmail.com. That email address again is pvathletic.club@gmail.com. Prairie View Athletic Club, a proud supporter of Prairie View A&M University athletics.
The Southwestern Athletic Conference, also known as the Swac, has become one of the leading sports associations in the world of collegiate athletics today. Founded in 1920 by C.H. Fuller, Red Randolph, C.H. Patterson, E.G. Evans, H.J. Evans, H.J. Starnes, D.C. Fuller, In G. Wood Jordan, the Swac's charter class, the Super Six, kicked off with Bishop College, Paul Quinn College, Prairie View A&M, Sam Houston College, Texas College, and Wiley College. The founders came up with the league during a general meeting to discuss common interests as a grand experiment for historically black colleges and universities, or HBCUs. The Swac's member schools experienced many difficulties in its early years due to the limitations of state funding, but the Swac never stopped sponsoring competition among its members and student athletes. Though only one of the original members of the Swac still remains, the Swac continues to rise in prominence among the best in collegiate sports. The Swac is one of only 2 Division I conferences whose current membership is made up of 100% HBCUs. Its current members include the last remaining charter member, Prairie View A&M, and others like Southern University, Texas Southern University, Grambling State University, Jackson State University, Alcorn State University, Mississippi Valley State University, Alabama State University, University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, and Alabama A&M University. As the SWAC continues to grow in prominence, so does its membership. At the start of the 2021-2022 academic school year, Florida A&M University and Bethune-Cookman University will join the SWAC as its 11th and 12th official members. Championship competition offered by the league currently includes men's competition in baseball, basketball, cross country, football, golf, tennis, and indoor and outdoor track and field. Women's competition is also offered in basketball, bowling, cross country, golf, indoor and outdoor track and field, soccer, softball, tennis, and volleyball. The SWAC continues to solidify its status among elite collegiate competition with notable NCAA tournament appearances in multiple sports. The SWAC is considered one of the premier HBCU conferences in the country and currently ranks among the elite in the nation in terms of HBCU alumni playing with professional sports teams. Notable professional HBCU and SWAC alumni athletes include Walter Payton, Jackie Slater, Jerry Rice, John Stallworth, Steve McNair, Michael Strahan, Titus Howard, Kadero Hodge, and many more. The Southwestern Athletic Conference will continue to produce some of the best student athletes to ever touch a field of play. Just as the mission statement states, the Southwestern Athletic Conference is organized for the purpose of encouraging and conducting intercollegiate sport activities for student athletes and promoting academic excellence while representing SWAC member institutions with a high level of integrity and sportsmanship. I've been Morgan Hendricks for the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Prince here with you. We had a little scheduling mix-up and mishap, but we will continue to maneuver and work what we can while we can. Coach Eric Dooley and Vincent Dancy are not available at the moment, but as they say, the show shall and must go on. We are in the middle of Swac Media Day coverage here for the 2021 campaign. We heard from Broderick Favre of Grambling State University. We also heard from Clarence McKinney of Texas Southern and Doc Gamble of the Golden Lions of University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. As we mentioned, we are going to continue to move forward as scheduled. We're going to take us another break, and when we come back, we'll get ready to get lined up, as they say, the next man up. You're listening to the Mike Prince Show, special edition of Swac Media Day. We'll be right back. The Open Mic Broadcast Network would like to take this time to recognize its sponsors and underwriters: Attorney Lee Van Richardson, Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union, Prairie View Athletic Club, Temple of Refuge Ministries, Reflections Paint and Body Shop, Helping Hands Lawn Service, Diva Skin Conditioner, Purple Drip Daiquiri and Grill. For more information on how you can become an underwriter or a sponsor here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, our number to call is 832-213-8824. Serving the community through faith and athletics. The Open Mic Broadcast Network, Prairie View, Texas.
Drivers and bicyclists both have the right to be on the road and travel safely. And when we're on the road together, safety is a shared responsibility. State law requires drivers to maintain at least 3 feet of clearance when passing bicyclists. And bicyclists should always ride with the direction of traffic and follow all traffic signals. It's safer. It's courteous. It's the law. A message from the Regional Planning Commission Pedestrian and Bicycle Program.
Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union has 13 different locations to better serve you. For more information, you can contact them on their toll-free number, 855-391-2149. Or you can send an email to information@bvscu.org.
Broadcasters come into our lives on radio and TV, bringing us information and entertainment. Broadcasters are there for us, but who is there for them when they fall on hard times? The Broadcasters Foundation of America provides financial assistance to broadcasters in acute need due to a critical illness, accident, or other serious misfortune. If you know of a broadcaster on the air or behind the scenes who may need our help, please share our message. Visit broadcastersfoundation.org.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth! I have a greater responsibility than you can possibly fathom. You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
Listen to the Mike Prince Show, weekdays on the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Nearly a century ago, 6 academic institutions joined each other in Houston, Texas to form a sturdy, spirited association. Since that time, they've developed to become one of the leading collegiate athletic associations in the world, the Southwestern Athletic Conference. From the southeastern region of the United States in Alabama to the second largest state in the country in Texas, the parishes of Louisiana through the Mississippi River, and the natural state of Arkansas. Students from all over the world demonstrate the ability to perform, achieve, and excel in scholastic activities. Be a part of history. Be a part of the Swac experience. Stand and be counted among the best in academics, athletics, music, stewardship. Create your world of contacts and friendships that last a lifetime. We are proud of our past and value our traditions. We will always carry a spirit of respect and competition. We are the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Honor the heritage.
Serving the community through faith and athletics. The Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Be the one with courage to fight child abuse.
All Texans must find the courage to fight child abuse.
Learn the signs and symptoms and report suspected abuse to appropriate authorities.
Learn and know these warning signs.
A child who undergoes changes in behavior, appetite, or routine.
Watch for unexplained injuries, a change in academic performance, or loss of interest by a child in regular activities.
Trust your instincts. If you suspect something, do something.
If you believe a child is in an abusive situation, please call the Texas Abuse Hotline at 1-800-252-5400.
Be the one with courage. To find your local Children's Advocacy Center, visit onewithcourage.org.
On behalf of children, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Chris, can you put the video game controller down for a second?
I can talk and play. Oh, I'm totally annihilating this punk kid in Nebraska.
I just feel like you're not acting like a grown-up in our relationship.
Am too.
Well, you still ride your skateboard to work, there's the comic book collection, the race car bed.
Look, I'm young at heart, but I put money into my 401k every paycheck. I picked up a few savings tips at feedthepig.org. I have control of my financial life now, and that feels pretty grown up.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. For free ideas and easy tips on ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
So, I bet I look like a grown-up to you now.
Well, except for the footy pajamas, I'd have to agree.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Serving the community through faith and athletics. The Open Mic Broadcast Network.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we are live. Had a couple of programming mishaps, but you know how that goes. It is what it is. Let me stop that. I've got too much going on for me right now. Hold on. That's what happens when you go live. You never can tell what's going to be what, but we will get that rectified just like that. Once again, this is Mike Prince with the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We are live with Swac Media Day 2021. We apologize. The schedule was going along just as smooth, but we had a couple of hiccups, but the show shall continue on. We have on the Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union hotline right now who's serving as a spotter for us, and that is none other than Brother Carlton Rice. How you doing, sir?
Mike, doing well, and yourself?
I dare not complain at all, sir. Pretty busy day, I know it is. Describe the atmosphere for us if you can.
Well, there's a lot of energy here with two new schools in the SWAC. Of course, the mics are around Coach Prime at Jackson State, but all the coaches are displaying a whole lot of energy and, of course, hope to shine in the fall for their programs. On a quick note, as Alabama A&M coach Carmel Mader got up, he predicted a double championship in the same calendar year. He said it's going to read championship spring, championship fall. So there's the challenge for the rest of the SWAC. I thought that was quite the fun from him. So, but all of the coaches, there's a lot of media here from a lot of outlets. Following the pandemic, you would think it might have been a little sparse, but hey, as I've said all along, with restrictions being lifted, everybody is moving just like roaches when the lights come on. So people are scattered all around, and it's just there's a lot of buzz going on here at the Sheridan in Birmingham.
Yes, sir. We're talking right now with Carlton Rice. He is an Alabama A&M representative, but he's also playing spotter for us with the Open Mic today. Of course, we'll have Coach Maynor on the Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union hotline coming up real soon. As you say, the buzz is around, and I know that Deion Sanders is basking in the glory, and Coach Maynard is not going to be outdone doing the prediction that he has. And I can pretty sure imagine that the crowd went in an uproar when he determined what he determined about being back-to-back champions.
Oh, yeah, especially at the front media table as Jay and Tiffany from ESPN are interviewing. You know, there were a lot of smiles across, but the guys from the representative players from A&M, they couldn't do anything but nod their heads. What else would you expect when you put that challenge before his team captains and before everybody here at media day? So,
yes, sir. So with that, are they feeding you guys well, man?
Well, I see it over there. I will be kind of first in line because I've got to be first to go. But yes, they're doing a good job. This is a different venue from the last time, so we'll see what they have in store for us around lunchtime and noon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, at lunchtime, we're going to be, as they say, signing off from this way of things, but it is definitely a great atmosphere. You can hear the buzz and electricity all over. We've had the good fortune is already speaking with Clarence McKinney of Texas Southern. We spoke with Doc Gamble of Pine Bluff. We also spoke with Coach Broderick Fobbs of Grambling State. We were kind of snagged up with Coach Eric Dooley and Vincent Dancy, but that's the way things go. Next on the schedule will be Coach Sims from Bethune-Cookman, and we'll also be hearing from your coach, Connell Maynard and Willie Simmons. So if you can locate them young men, we're going to take us a break, and we'll be right back with more of our coverage here from the Open Mic Broadcast Network in Birmingham, Alabama. Brother, thank you so much for the update, and you're doing an outstanding job.
Thank you, sir. And as I speak, the Bethune-Cookman coach is coming off the stage now, so I'll tap him on the shoulder and let him know that to be expecting a call from you.
All right. Well, we'll take us a break, and we'll get ready to hear from Terry Sims here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. That was Mr. Carlton Rice doing a dual role and a fantastic role of helping us get things lined up for our guests. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back hearing from Terry Sims of the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. Keep it right where you got it. We'll be right back.
Of Student Athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Drivers and bicyclists both have the right to be on the road and travel safely. And when we're on the road together, safety is a shared responsibility. State law requires drivers to maintain at least 3 feet of clearance when passing bicyclists. And bicyclists should always ride with the direction of traffic and follow all traffic signals. It's safer. It's courteous. It's the law. A message from the Regional Planning Commission Pedestrian and Bicycle Program.
Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union has 13 different locations to better serve you. For more information, you can contact them on their toll-free number, 855-391-2149. Or you can send an email to information@bvscu.org.
Broadcasters come into our lives on radio and TV, bringing us information and entertainment. Broadcasters are there for us, but who is there for them when they fall on hard times? The Broadcasters Foundation of America provides financial assistance to broadcasters in acute need due to a critical illness, accident, or other serious misfortune. If you know of a broadcaster on the air or behind the scenes who may need our help, please share our message. Visit broadcastersfoundation.org.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As promised, we have on the Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union hotline a man under duress, but good duress, Coach Terry Sims. How you doing, Coach?
I'm great. How are you?
All right. Well, look, thank you for joining us real quickly. I know they're pulling at you every which way but loose. But now that you guys are here officially, welcome to the conference. I know you're no stranger to the SWAC, but people are going to really see live, up close and personal about what Wildcat football is all about, right?
Oh, no question. We're here to bring a good, clean, physical brand of football to the conference.
Yes, sir. Now, Coach, a lot of buzz has been coming, of course, with the partner that you're bringing on board. But you guys have had a very solid leadership a very solid run under your leadership, 4 of 5 consecutive winning seasons. What's the magic to your touch, Coach?
I just have a lot of football players that love playing the game of football for each other and with each other.
Yes, sir. Now, Coach, as you get ready for the fall, what have you been telling your staff and players in particular about life over in the SWAC, and what should they be expecting?
Really not telling them anything, different. We're gonna get ready. We're gonna prepare for each team the way we prepare, every year for each game. It's no different. It's football.
Yes,
but we're
sir.
just playing different teams week in and week out. So we'll be ready to go. It's not a new message. It's the same message. We have a few new guys that are listening to the message. That's about it.
Yes, sir. Now, Coach, I know you're pressed for time right now. We do appreciate you coming in. But real quickly, who are some of the players that are going to make a name for yourselves or for your team coming into this season that are under the radar right now?
Well, offensively, you have Teron Mallard, the guy that's here at the media day with me, Marcus Riley. We also have another receiver, Jonathan Thomas, and we have a guy by the name of Ontario Johnson on defense. We have Tony Bowman defensively, and we have Henry Miller. So those are guys that will be household names, I think, for our football team this year. And we can't wait to get on the field and get started with it.
Okay, well, Coach, I know that you're under the clock, and I appreciate you. And you continue on, and good luck to you on the rest of your season. Okay, Coach?
Okay, I appreciate you.
All right, Coach Terry Sims of the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats joining us on the Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union Hotline. We're going to take a quick break and get our next guest lined up. You're listening to the special edition of the Mike Prince Show, SWAC Media Day 2021, and we'll be right back. And welcome to another Sports Report Saturday. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. We are going to jump right into today's episode. Of course, we're going to hear from Rob Butler and the Butler Report and a whole lot more. So without any further delay, we'll jump right into this weekend's episode. Well, we're getting closer and closer to Swac Media Day 2021. Tuesday, July the 20th will be the date, and we'll be launching off bright and early, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, right here from the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Be sure to check us out. We got coaches lined up, and it should be a very fast-paced and exciting time from Birmingham, Alabama. Meanwhile, moves are steadily being made. The Panthers active in the portal. They've drawn in a new quarterback to add to the quarterback room, a new strength and conditioning coach. And the question now is, will the Panthers have enough in the cupboard to come out striking September against the newly resurged Texas Southern Tigers? A lot of confidence coming from the McKinney camp as they are feeling and believing that this will be the year of breakout. Very highly contested game, being the first game of the season traditionally for these two teams. And usually the winner of this game pretty much sets the course of the rest of their season. And speaking of another highly contested game starting off the season, you can't look any further than Jackson State and FAMU. They'll be doing it off that same weekend. And although I am a PV fan through and through, this will be the game to watch. FAMU coming in with Willie Simmons, his familiarity with the Southwestern Athletic Conference, the debut of FAMU playing in the Swac for the very first time, and the nostalgia coming from Jackson State. Deion Sanders going into a full season. Jackson State is loaded and ready to go. All eyes will be on Sanders' son, who is projected to be the starting quarterback. He will actually be one of the traveling ball players for Media Day 2021 in Birmingham. So a lot of eyes will be on that scene. A little early to project who we think will win, but no doubt it's coming down the road. And speaking of coming down the road, want to get you set up for fall on Saturdays here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We'll be featuring our local high school coaches on Saturday mornings from Brookshire, Royal, Hempstead, and Rose Hill, along with our Butler Report and our SWAC MEAC Pick'ems of the week. So a lot in store here for this fall at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. I'm going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be hearing from the Butler Report right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to continue to move forward. We had some programming alterations. Then that happens when you go live. That's just part of the nature of the beast. But we do have scheduled to hear from Willie Simmons and Connell Maynor at the top of the hour, working through some of the scheduling loopholes, as you would, but that's just the way things roll. But so far, we have been able to hear from most of the coaches that were scheduled to be on board with us. We heard from Doc Gamble. We heard from Clarence McKinney. We also heard from I'm getting a brain freeze right about now. Broderick Fobbs. Heard from Terry Sims. We've yet to hear from Vincent Dancy and from Eric Dooley, and we might have to catch them on the backside of things with the way our time is scheduled for today and everything that they have on their agenda. They are in Birmingham, Alabama. We did have them set up and confirmed with some last-minute schedule changes, and it is what it is. And so we'll get what we have going. But we'll continue on the conversation, of course, on our daily programming that comes on here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, here Mondays through Fridays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. We give you daily updates and reports, and that will not change on life in the world of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Of course, with Bethune-Cookman and FAMU being added to the fold, you have some new additions to focus and report on here on our daily coverage. And speaking of the daily coverage, Bethune-Cookman, new athletic director, Reggie Theus, and they say he is coming in and making his presence felt right off the top of the bat. We'll give you more details on that as the week develops. And of course, with everything that is being developed, camps are going to be opening up here toward the end of the month as we get ready for our fall campaigns. Where will your team finish? Will they be in the upper echelon or will they be on the lower half? We're going to be working on getting the projected order of finish coming from Birmingham, and we'll see how our stars line up with what has been coming from the quote-unquote experts. But a whole lot more to get coming your way. We'll take us another break, and we'll come back with more of our Swac 2021 coverage from Birmingham, Alabama, right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Thank you for joining us. Hold it where you got it. We'll be right back. Reflections Paint and Auto Body Shop, located in Waller, Texas, is ready to restore the beauty of your automobile. Whether it's a small dent or a major accident, if your vehicle needs auto body repair, check out Reflections Paint and Body Shop. All repairs are completed by highly skilled and trained professionals. They are located at 2910 Waller Street in Waller, Texas. And just in case you can't get it into them, they provide towing services. Call them today, 936-931-5780. That number again, 936-931-5780. Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union has 13 different locations to better serve you. Locations in Rosenberg, Missouri City, Katy, College Station, Bryan, Brenham, and Waller, Texas. For more information, you can contact them on their toll-free number, 855-391-2149. Or you can send an email to information@bvscu.org. Let's face it, from time to time, we'll have a need for an attorney, whether it's the case of a DUI, DWI, or any other circumstances that would find you on the other side of the law. Attorney Lee Van Richardson, located at 1047 Austin Street, is the one to call. Attorney Lee Van Richardson and his staff are equipped to help you get through your legal battles. Attorney Lee Van Richardson, 979-826-8008 in Hempstead, Texas.
This broadcast has been made possible by the support of the Prairie View Athletic Club. The Prairie View Athletic Club is a proud supporter of Prairie View A&M University athletics. For more information on becoming a member of the Prairie View Athletic Club, send your email to pvathletic.club@gmail.com. That email address again is pvathletic.club@gmail.com. Prairie View Athletic Club, a proud supporter of Prairie View A&M University athletics.
Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union has 13 different locations to better serve you. For more information, you can contact them on their toll-free number, 855-391-2149. Or you can send an email to information@bvscu.org. Did you know since 1986, the Prairie View Athletic Club has been in full support of Prairie View athletics from football to tennis? The Prairie View Athletic Club has been there in the time of need. Did you also know that the Prairie View Athletic Club is open to all of those who will be interested in supporting Prairie View athletics? Do not have to be a former student athlete. You don't even have to be a graduate of Prairie View. If you are a community member at large and you would like to support the efforts of the Prairie View Athletic Club in support of Prairie View athletics, simply call 936-857-5817 and join today. The Prairie View Athletic Club, supporting Prairie View Athletics since 1986. Call for more information right now. 936-857-5817.
We are the Swac. Our heritage lifts us to great heights because my history is forged by trailblazers. That motivates me today to focus on my future. We are the Swac. We are the new trailblazers. And this is my heritage.
Let's face it, from time to time, we'll have a need for an attorney, whether it's the case of a DUI, DWI, or any other circumstances that would find you on the other side of the law. Attorney Lee Van Richardson, located at 1047 Austin Street, is the one to call. Attorney Lee Van Richardson and his staff are equipped to help you get through your legal battles. Attorney Lee Van Richardson, 979-826-8008 in Hempstead, Texas. And welcome back to SWAC media coverage from the Mike Prince Show here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network by way of Birmingham, Alabama. This next man needs no introduction. We finally got him wrapped in and rolled up. It is none other than Coach Eric Dooley of the Prairie View A&M University Panthers. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing well, and good afternoon, and thanks for having me.
All right, thank you for making yourself available. I know it's been, a mad cricket scramble in Birmingham. So describe the atmosphere if you could, sir.
I would have to say electric. It's a lot of folks out here, a lot of excitement going. It looked like we're back to, although we know there's still some things taking place, but it seemed like a lot of sense of normalcy now. We didn't get an opportunity to do this here live last year. Seemed like 2 years now. So it's a lot of excitement here. I can't say that. The players are excited. Coaches are excited, and people just ready to go.
Yes, sir. And speaking of raring to go, it's been a lot of movement in your camp, Coach. You added another quarterback to the room. Are there enough balls left, Coach?
It's a lot of balls. My philosophy is it's enough food at the table. You just got to sit there. Only way you can eat, you got to sit to the table.
You got to sit to the table and come to eat. You also had some coaching moves going up. Bring us up to speed of what's been going on in Panther land, sir.
Well, we got some guys. Unfortunately, you had some guys that did leave and went some other places. But I wish those guys were. I'm going to continue to pray for them. They always be a part of me. But my thing is, you can't move forward looking in the rearview mirror. So we understood that, and we got some guys that we feel real confident that we replaced, that we brought in, that we added some pieces to our puzzle that we feel real confident in. It's a lot of guys that we got coming in that you guys will get a chance to see once fall camp come. Can't say a lot of names, still waiting for that ink to dry on some of those guys, but they're very confident in what's taking place, and I'm excited.
Yes, sir, excited, and we're excited to have on the Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union hotline Eric Dooley, head football coach of the Prairie View A&M University Panthers. Now, Coach, with all the moves, and some of it might appear to be some late movement, is there need of concern for PV fans?
Not at all. Let me say that before it even stops airing. Not at all. It's a need to be extremely excited about what we have bringing to the table.
Okay. Now, with the new staff coming on board, some of the new players coming on board, will there be some different wrinkles added to the playbook?
I think you always got to upgrade. I think you can't never stay the same. Sometimes you got to break some tendencies so that they can move some things around. But we got some things that we're confident in a lot of things that we do, but we got some things that we add that I think going to make us even more successful.
Okay, and with the additions to add to the success, are there any concerns that you're bringing into camp that's going to be priority of addressing right away?
No, well, we kind of hit that early. I think the biggest thing was to try to educate the young men on why they need to be vaccinated. Not that it's mandated, but just try to educate those guys so that they have an opportunity. You know, a lot of times it's for to protect your loved ones and protect yourself as well. So they understand that, and then I think they understand that. I should say it like that. They understand it, and we feel real confident. Not no huge concerns, but just it's just a lot of excitement, man. We waited so long to get back to this part right here, and I guess the guys are ready to go.
Well, we're talking again with Coach Eric Dooley of the Prairie View A&M University Panthers, getting ready for fall 2021. We've been dubbing this as fall 2.0, Coach, because you had the spring and you had the uniqueness of the spring, and that is water under the bridge right now. And as we move forward, what are some of the things that you're looking to be some surprise looks for PV Nation?
Well, I won't say surprise look. It could be for PV Nation, as you stated. We expect that. I think we're going to be. We got a lot of returning guys on defense, so we look to be very, very strong on the defense side of football. And you know, although we lost some key guys, but I feel good with what we have returning and the guys that we added to that. So it's going to be good. I think they're going to see that, you know, through all this. I guess the school pausing and. The team pausing because they couldn't play. The team has grown a whole lot, discipline-wise, athletic-wise, and just have come a long way. So, not a huge surprise, but it's going to be something for PV Nation to come out and see.
Okay, now when you say discipline-wise, would that be in conjunction with the potential of not as many penalties?
I think so. You know, everything happened for a reason. You know, we have to discipline ourselves in order to try to play in the spring. You know, it was a lot of protocols that we had to take place, and I thought the guys did well by the things that was required of them. And then, you know, to be disciplined enough to know that you can practice for 3 weeks and still not play no one, or practice for 3 weeks and then go play someone. So it helps in all angles. It was a positive feel for us.
Okay. Now, the scheduled start for camp, is it August 5th or 6th?
We'll report to camp August 5th.
Okay, August 5th. And I know some of the sessions will be closed, but do you have the schedule of when the public can come out and partake in some of the practice activities?
Well, I'll say right now to the PV Nation that we want them to come and see the product that we have on the field. So, as of now, we want you guys to come out. We want you guys to come out. Of course, you know, you always can come out. You're part of the media, radio, so you can always come out and see what we bring to the table. There's no secret. I can't say this here. What they see is what they're going to get, and we feel real confident in what we have.
Yes, sir. Now, with the addition of your quarterback coming from Louisville, is it safe to assume that with a person coming from a Power 5 program that he might be the early projected starter, or is it still up in the air?
Well, you know, I didn't know that his name was out, that he was on campus. I didn't know that, but I guess I'm not a social media guy. I really didn't know that folks knew. Of course, I can tell you, I brought that question here at Swac Media Day. As far as that right there, they don't know. Because they have to see September 4th. No question about it.
Okay.
But we're very, very proud of, you know, the guys. I would say the guys, which would include a lot of individuals that we have coming in. I think it's going to bring a lot of experience, a lot of talent to our team.
Okay, but one would assume, and we're just under assumption, and I'm a radio host, and part of my job is to ask some of these questions. A guy coming from a program of that caliber, he's not just coming to be a spectator. That's for sure.
That's a great assumption. That's a great assumption. But you know, we got guys that's there that love to compete. That's what I love about the young men that we have recruited. They love to compete, and they're not. It doesn't matter who they're competing against.
Okay. Well, that sounds fair enough, Coach. I know that you're pressed under the gun, and I do appreciate you making your way to be with us on the call for today. Of course, I'm going to give you some closing thoughts and comments, and the floor is now yours, sir.
Yes, well, you know, we're here. Of course, we're going to represents Prairie View A&M University to our best, no questions about it. 2 young men that I brought with me is Jason Dumas as well as Drake Cheatham. But the thing that I'm very, very proud of these young men, in my opinion, have been very successful on the football field. But when you look at their academics, both of these guys are engineer majors and they hold over a 3.0 GPA. Been doing well, and these young men coming into their 4th year with graduation right at the cusp this fall. So, and then it's a lot of excitement for the nation to come out and see. We welcome you guys to our practice. Of course, be ready for September 4th, our first game, Labor Day Classic versus Texas Southern.
Labor Day Classic against Texas Southern in Houston, but it doesn't matter where they play. They're going to come strapped, ready, loaded, and ready to go. Coach, thank you so much for joining us, sir. Stay safe out there, man, and travel back safely, okay?
Thanks for having me.
All right. Coach Eric Dooley of the Prairie View A&M University Panthers. We're going to take us a break, and when we come back, we'll have more of our coverage from Swac Media Day in Birmingham, Alabama. I am the radio guy. We'll be right back.
The Southwestern Athletic Conference, also known as the Swac, has become one of the leading sports associations in the world of collegiate athletics today. Founded in 1920 by C.H. Fuller, Red Randolph, C.H. Patterson, E.G. Evans, H.J. Evans, H.J. Starnes, D.C. Fuller, and G. Whit Jordan, the Swac's charter class, the Super Six, kicked off with Bishop College, Paul Quinn College, Prairie View A&M, Sam Houston College, Texas College, and Wiley College. The founders came up with the league during a general meeting to discuss common interests as a grand experiment for historically black colleges and universities, or HBCUs. The SWAC's member schools experienced many difficulties in its early years due to the limitations of state funding, but the SWAC never stopped sponsoring competition among its members and student athletes. Though only one of the original members of the SWAC still remains, the SWAC continues to rise in prominence among the best in collegiate sports. The SWAC is one of only 2 Division I conferences whose current membership is made up of 100% HBCUs. Its current members include the last remaining charter member, Prairie View A&M, and others like Southern University, Texas Southern University, Grambling State University, Jackson State University, Alcorn State University, Mississippi Valley State University, Alabama State University, University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, and Alabama A&M University. As the SWAC continues to grow in prominence, so does its membership. At the start of the 2021-2022 academic school year, Florida A&M University and Bethune-Cookman University will join the SWAC as its 11th and 12th official members. Championship competition offered by the league currently includes men's competition in baseball, basketball, cross country, football, golf, tennis, and indoor and outdoor track and field. Women's competition is also offered in basketball, bowling, cross country, golf, indoor and outdoor track and field, soccer, softball, tennis, and volleyball. The SWAC continues to solidify its status among elite collegiate competition with notable NCAA tournament appearances in multiple sports. The SWAC is considered one of the premier HBCU conferences in the country and currently ranks among the elite in the nation in terms of HBCU alumni playing with professional sports teams. Notable professional HBCU and SWAC alumni athletes include Walter Payton, Jackie Slater, Jerry Rice, John Stallworth, Steve McNair, Michael Strahan, Titus Howard, Kadero Hodge, and many more. The Southwestern Athletic Conference will continue to produce some of the best student athletes to ever touch a field of play. Just as the mission statement states, the Southwestern Athletic Conference is organized for the purpose of encouraging and conducting intercollegiate sport activities for student athletes and promoting academic excellence while representing SWAC member institutions with a high level of integrity and sportsmanship. I've been Morgan Hendricks for the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mike Prince Show, special edition Swac Media Day 2021 from Birmingham, Alabama. Just got off the last segment with Eric Dooley from Prairie View. Now we're going to Tallahassee, Florida. And we'll hear from Shotgun Willie Simmons of the FAMU Rattlers. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing well.
Look at you, Tommy, coming in, sounding all smooth and relaxed. What's going on, man?
Swac Media Day. That's what's going on.
Let's say Swac Media Day. Get your popcorn ready, huh?
You know it.
Well, look, I hear that they got you guys picked behind A&M, and Coach Maynard says he gonna set some records and set the record straight. And of course, they have Alcorn coming out of the West. I know they got to pick somebody to land somewhere and somewhere, but I know this is not your first time in the SWAC. What has been like being officially welcomed as a FAMU Rattler?
It's been good. Great reception. Media Day has been festive as always, and answering a lot of questions about the season, about the prospects of this team, and we can't wait to get on the field to really let the talking be done.
Well, the talking will start as you come out the gate against Jackson State, and me being a Labor Day Classic guy, or Labor Day Classic guy, yes. I got to admit, man, that Jackson State FAMU game is going to be the game to watch.
Well, I think so. I think there'll be a lot of eyes on the game for a lot of reasons. And one, because of the two programs. Two, because it is a conference game starting out, and then obviously, when you have a larger than life figure like Coach Prime, really entering into his first full season, and the excitement around the program, everyone looking forward to seeing what they're going to do. I think it just makes for a game that everyone has their eyes on.
Yes, sir. Now, it's been a lot of attractions with the addition of you guys and Bethune-Cookman. You guys even had a birthday party, if you would, about coming into the SWAC, and a lot of great expectations coming from the camp. And we know that pressure is part of the game, but you got some new coaching staff on board. How has this thing been for you personally now that this thing has finally come to light?
I kind of take it a day at a time. Never try to get too high or get too low. Again, everything it comes with its own cost. And so for us, my goal has always been control what we can control, focus on the things that are important, and that's what are we doing today as a football team to be the very best that we can be? What are we doing as individuals to be the very best individuals and teammates that we can be? And if we just focus on those things and stay true to who we are, then we think everything else takes care of itself.
Yes, sir. Now, of course, we're talking with Shotgun Willie Simmons from the FAMU Rattlers on the Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union Hotline here on Media Day 2021 from Birmingham, Alabama. Coach, you've been busy in the portal, as Garrett Morris would say, has been very, very good to you. Talk about some of the additions that you've had added to Rattler Nation.
Well, we've brought some great additions to the program. So on the offensive side of the ball, particularly, we brought two offensive linemen in from Florida State, Jay Williams and Michael Arnold. We brought a receiver in from Texas State, Jamari Shareed, who's a dynamic young man from the Cypress area that we knew when we were coaching out at Prairie View. And Jeremiah Pruitt is a guy that came to us this spring from Colorado State, a big 6'5" tight end. So again, we feel like all those guys will be immediate weapons, guys that can help us. And then on the defensive side, Savion Williams, is a 4-star defensive lineman that came to us from the University of Tennessee. A guy that we're very excited about. And then we have a few other, additions. Lovey Jenkins, young man coming from University of Louisville. And then, Antoine Collier is another defensive back transferring from the University of Central Florida. So excited about the guys that we're adding to the fold. I think they'll all come in and have great impacts right away. And, hopefully they'll be the type of guys we need to take us to the next level.
Well, a lot of busy moves being made. Your offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, KJ Black, got an internship with the Los Angeles Rams. And I told him, I said, don't forget us little folks, and he is coming back, right?
Well, I hope so. I told Coach McVay he can't keep.
Yes, sir. So when you look at everything that's going on, it's an exciting time to be at Rattler Nation. You guys are locked, loaded, ready to go. And I've been asking all my coaches this today, Coach. We know you got some big guys coming in and some big names coming in with great expectations. But who is that under the radar guy that you would put your hat on and say this is going to be the one that's going to really shock the conference? And who would that person be, whether it be on the offense or defensive side?
Well, I tell everyone, I think we have the biggest weapon in all of college football, and that's our punter, Chris Fadul. Anytime you have a punter who can flip the field, every time he takes the field, it's a tremendous weapon. In 2018 and 2019, he respectively finished first and second in the country in net punting. And then in 2019, over half of his punts, were down inside the 20-yard line. So again, whenever as a football coach, you don't have to try to force things on fourth down. You can just line up and punt the ball, and knowing that the other team is going to start, somewhere backed up deep. That's a great weapon to have. And so I truly believe that just like he's been the first 2 years, that Chris Fadul will be the biggest secret weapon in college football this year.
Well, that's one of the things that goes neglected if there's any area on any football team, and that's special teams play. And, if you're going to give away a scholarship, you better secure one with a long snapper, a punter, and a kicker, because those guys can truly make the difference in your team's success overall.
Oh, no question about it. We feel great to have our starting punter returning as well as our starting long snapper. So special teams obviously is the third phase of the game. And we feel like it's just as important, if not more, than offensive defense. So, the fact that we can continue to have a strong special teams unit is something that we're definitely looking forward to and excited about this coming season.
Yes, sir. Well, we're going to be, I guess we might as well let the cat out of the bag right now. One of our secret weapons, as they say, the special teams from here at the open mic, is that we got a little special plan for these guys in the fall with you involved. Can we tell them about it now?
Oh, hey, as good a time as ever.
Well, come this fall, there'll be the Willie Simmons Show featured here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network on Mondays. And we'll talk about what's going on in the world of Rattler Nation and get the breakdown of the X's and O's and kick the ball around, if you would, as they say, the Monday morning or the Monday evening quarterback. And we're looking forward to it, Coach. As always, you bring some insight and some depth for the listeners to gain from and become better football fans overall. So we're excited over here. I hope you guys are just as excited as we are.
Of course we are. Looking forward to it.
Yes, sir. Now, I know that you guys have been running and pulling all over the place, and we're coming up to the top of the hour where we are going to, as they say, exit stage left. But I got to give you a chance to break some things down and give us some closing thoughts and comments, man, and the floor is now yours.
Oh, well, just again, great to be here. Again, Swac me today is official start of football. And so, again, it's been over a year and a half since we were able to strap it up and play some football. So we're excited about the opportunity to do so and looking forward to seeing everyone down in Miami. So if you don't have your tickets already, they're going fast. So come check us out this year. There'll be fireworks. The Rattlers look forward to striking again, as we always do. So, but again, I know you'll be there every step of the way, Mike, and look forward to following it with you, brother.
All right, my man. Good luck to you. Travel safe, man. Hug and kiss the wife and babies for me, man. And you guys be real, real safe out there. And I hope you got your Rattler mask close by.
Will do, brother. Appreciate it.
All right, Coach Shotgun Willie Simmons with the FAMU Rattlers, as we are coming to a conclusion of our coverage here from the Open Mic Broadcast Network and Swac Media Day. I want to thank all our coaches that got on board with us. And it's just the tip of the iceberg. We're going to be able to do a whole lot more real soon. I'm going to take a break. Got to pay a couple more bills. You know how that goes. And we'll come back with our closing thoughts and comments. You're listening to the Mike Prince Show Special Edition. We'll be right back. Reflections Paint and Auto Body Shop, located in Waller, Texas, is ready to restore the beauty of your automobile. Whether it's a small dent or a major accident, if your vehicle needs auto body repair, check out Reflections Paint and Body Shop. All repairs are completed by highly skilled and trained professionals. They are located at 2910 Waller Street in Waller, Texas. And just in case you can't get it into them, they provide towing services. Call them today, 936-931-5780. That number again, 936-931-5780. Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union has 13 different locations to better serve you. Locations in Rosenberg, Missouri City, Katy, College Station, Bryan, Brenham, and Waller, Texas. For more information, you can contact them on their toll-free number, 855-391-2149. Or you can send an email to information@bvscu.org. Let's face it, from time to time, we'll have a need for an attorney, whether it's the case of a DUI, DWI, or any other circumstances that would find you on the other side of the law. Attorney Lee Van Richardson, located at 1047 Austin Street, is the one to call. Attorney Lee Van Richardson and his staff are equipped to help you get through your legal battles. Attorney Lee Van Richardson, 979-826-8008 in Hempstead, Texas.
This broadcast has been made possible by the support of the Prairie View Athletic Club. The Prairie View Athletic Club is a proud supporter of Prairie View A&M University athletics. For more information on becoming a member of the Prairie View Athletic Club, send your email to pvathletic.club@gmail.com. That email address again is pvathletic.club@gmail.com. Prairie View Athletic Club, a proud supporter of Prairie View A&M University athletics.
Have sports, we'll travel. The Open Mic Broadcast Network serving student athletes from Little League, high school, and collegiate coverage right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. From coast to coast, from dusk till dawn. You can catch all student athletic action right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the station designed with you in mind. Serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics. Hey, it's the radio guy Mike Prince. Believe it or not, we've come to the end of the road. Thought we were going to be able to get Coach Connell Maynor in, but due to the way things kind of got off track just a little bit, we'll catch him definitely on the backside. But for those who missed out on it, projected to win the East, Alabama A&M, and projected to win the West was the Alcorn State Braves. So it will be projected that Alabama A&M and Alcorn will meet for the Swac championship. But I'm pretty sure there are 12 other programs that have a lot to say and do about that projected finish. Someone had to get it, and it was dubbed for Alabama A&M and Alcorn State. I want to thank our coaches that made their way by way of the Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union Hotline to be a part of our special edition of the Mike Prince Show right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Don't forget to join us next week, July 27th, for Swac Media Day volleyball coverage right here from the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And we'll do it just like we had it set up on today, talk to the coaches from around the conference, get some of their insights on their squads and the season that lies ahead. We want to thank our sponsors and underwriters for being a part of today's episode. Attorney Lee Van Richardson, Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union, the Temple of Refuge Ministries, Helping Hands Lawn Service, Prairie View Athletic Club, Purple Drip Daiquiri and Grill, Reflections Paint and Body Shop, Diva Skin Conditioner, and we want to thank you, the listeners. Don't forget to join us tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network for another episode of The Mike Prince Show. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince, reminding you to follow me on Twitter at The Mike Prince Show. The YouTube channel is the Open Mic Broadcast Network, and our website, obnradio.com. I've got to go, but until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.